Let's please work, because if you don't, oh, good. We're live. Good. Nobody's here but us, folks, but we are live, so that's good news. And is that camera on correctly? Okay. So then I start the Facebook one in just a minute. So we're up on YouTube with 4 minutes to spare. Can I say your name? Can I say that you're here? Okay.
Absolutely.
I usually ask before I begin. Oh, goodness. We were just talking about eyes.
Yeah.
And it just happened to me. Something.
Yeah, I know.
And I did
My
like.
eyebrows have been itching.
Yeah.
It's just like, what is this?
Well, dryness too. You know,
Yeah.
it's so dry.
And I have been putting the vitamin E oil in my eyebrows and in my ears.
Yes. Yeah.
And my nose.
I was just noticing that too. In coconut oil, I've been using coconut oil.
Well, this vitamin E oil says for the skin. So
Yeah.
my sister Rosie gave it to me. She does good things and then she turns around and talks so silly. Bless her heart.
Bless her heart. That's exactly right. Very familiar with the bless your heart. Okay.
Yes, I know. I'm fit in down south already.
Yes, you would. You'd fit in anywhere.
Oh, yeah. I'm not worried about it. I never had problems fitting in LA either. I just watch how the crowd goes and see if I want to play that game that way or not.
I love it. Okay, now I'm going to do this one. Where am I going? Oh, yeah, I remember. I remember now.
And I've got to the point where I even hate going to doctors.
Well, I don't blame you.
It has nothing to do with COVID. I just am tired of it.
It's the season of your life that you're in, doctor season.
Half-hearted medical care, and I'm thinking they're feeling about the same way because they're restricted by who is their governing body. There aren't very many doctors that can work independently and get by.
That's right. That's very true.
And so then they're always limited. They're supposed to make a 15-minute appointment every 15 minutes during the day to see enough patients to make the company enough money. However, that's not always possible when you've got somebody. They want you to have only one thing at a time you're being seen for. And that's
One thing at a time.
That's what the staff
right.
will tell you. Doctors can't do that. They don't know how to do that.
Okay, I'm going live on Facebook now, Marilyn.
So when you have a backache, go for that. Well, if you have a cold and a backache, you can't see them for both things at the same time, but they'll take care of it if you talk about it to them. And it's just like, this is just silly.
Okay, here we go. We're going live here too,
All right.
I think. Hold on. In theory, we're going live. Good morning, YouTube. I know you guys are there. We're just getting started on Facebook, and I'm chatting with Miss Marilyn, who's here today. Is this going to work? I know. Marilyn's missing you guys. I'm not enough for her. You guys, we got to do that. I'm teasing. All right, let's see. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. We're going to give it a minute for Facebook folks to join us. Glad you're here. So glad to see Miss Marilyn.
I love all the lights you have so you can be beautiful on camera.
She's loving our lights. We're moving on up with these lights, aren't we?
Yeah.
Well, they're on loan. We didn't buy them. Yeah, because when everybody's back in here, we're going to do a light bar. We don't want everybody here to be looking at it like this.
Because it's easier if it's a little darker here.
That's right.
And you're lit up.
That's right. I'm always lit up. Okay, so good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday, and happy hot South Carolina Sunday. Suddenly, somehow, I ended up living in South Carolina this summer, which is something else.
Yep.
We were just talking about the hot, dry weather. That's right, the hot, dry weather. So I am grateful. I really am, though. I am grateful for it because I recognize that this ends. I've been here now for some winters,
Yes.
so I know that it's going to happen. So it's okay with me. It's okay
Took you a
with me.
while to get to understand the up north.
That's right. The up north, I've learned so much. Y'all have taught me so much. Okay, so let's get started. Let's just wherever you are, I invite you just to get comfortable in this moment. And we take a breath together in through our nose and out. Allowing the perfection of this moment. Allowing thoughts to fall away. Letting go. We feel the energy of our essence. We are grateful. We are here to be truly helpful to ourselves. We will be guided toward our own wisdom, our own knowing. Let us begin. Do y'all love the title? Marilyn, I didn't tell you what the title was. This is the title. It's the answer to everything, including who you should vote for. I know, you guys, don't worry. By the end, I'm going to tell you exactly who you should vote for. I know, it's very exciting. That's a teaser. It's to make sure that you stay. And everybody's getting nervous. The board all just collectively took a big gasp because they're worried. They're worried, but don't worry. It's going to be great. So the answer to everything, just, that, just little small, the answer to everything. That's my intention to talk to you about today. So this is a time in this very polarized political moment in time, right before an election, with all kinds of issues and all kinds of people wanting, taking sides, one side or another. And what I recognize within myself is what I know to be true is that moments like this, obstacles, hard moments like this, like the one we're in, we have the opportunity to realize more of who we are, or to lose ourselves more, to become less of who we are. And so I think it's a good time to give us a refresher on the ego. And the ego that I'm talking about is the one that Eckhart Tolle talks about in A New Earth. And I went and listened to some things from him this week because I wanted to remind myself, give myself a refresher course so that I could notice my ego when it showed up in this situation. And so the ego is not evil. It's not bad. It's just a mistake. The ego is the thought of who you are, but not who you actually are, right? I'm going to give you this example that Eckhart Tolle gave, and I think it's such a good one. Okay, so if you were a room, follow me, it's going to get good. If you are a room, and I said, who are you, room? You would look around and you say, well, there's chairs and lights, and there's a table over there and a dresser over there. And then I would say to you, no, room, you just told me the contents of your room. You didn't tell me who you are. So who are you? Oh, I see. I am a place where people come and sit down and talk to one another. No, room, I'm sorry. You just told me your function not who you are, right? So that is the ego. The ego is the thought of who I am, the content of my life, of my mind, but not the essence of who I am. The essence of a room is space. The essence of you and I is also space. We are the space in which the content arises. I am the space in which the content of my thoughts occur. I am the space in which a function takes place. Can you feel that? And so it's really important to understand, and this is what I want to, make no mistake. I am not saying disregard your content. I'm saying honor your content, honor the content, but don't mistake it for who you are. So let's do it right now. Let's feel, let's become aware, let's wake up to who we are just right now in this moment. So I invite you to just close your eyes and just take a breath. I wonder what my next thought will be. Say it to yourself. I wonder what my next thought will be. Breathe. Can you feel that? Can you feel that space? Yes, yes. Can you feel that is essence? That is who you are. Not content. That essence is who you are. And so this is what I want to tell you. So here's what's happening. Lots of people are espousing their opinions, including me, even if it's only in my own mind, because I am pretty good about not saying it out loud, but I drive around. I got opinions, everybody. I got opinions about all these signs. I got opinions, right? And so I've been doing the practices that we've talked about before, the just like me practices. So I see a sign that I don't agree with, a person that I've decided, no, that's not the person I want to vote for. I see the sign and I right away start feeling superior to that person, whoever put that sign out. Ugh, them. I know they don't. Can you feel that? And so I do my just like me practice and I say, just like me, they think they know what's right. Just like me, they want to share what is important to them, right? So we do the just like me practice so that we begin so that instead of allowing the moment of political unrest and polarity to make us more of who we aren't, to become more rigid, we use it instead to become more open. More open. This is what I want to talk to you about. Everybody knows I like to talk about the Tao Te Ching. And at its core, the Tao is focused on a principle called Wei Wu Wei. Wei Wu Wei. It is translated doing, not doing. At the heart of Wei Wu Wei is this principle, this understanding that there is a divine intelligence. Well, I just used a unity word, and it is the divine intelligence, but Taoism wouldn't use that word, but it doesn't matter because we're all talking about the same thing. So here's the thing. It's the recognition that there is a natural evolutionary impulse to the universe. And I am not separate from the universe. I am one with that natural evolutionary impulse, and that I can live my life in such a way that I can become one with that natural evolutionary impulse, and I can not do anything, rather have it be done through me. So I'm not going to make you wait anymore. I'm going to tell you, here is who you should vote for. Nobody. You You should vote for nobody. Why? Because there is a natural evolutionary impulse to the universe. It is called divine intelligence, and you and I need to let go of who we aren't. Get grounded in that essence and let it vote. Let it do the voting, right? So here's the thing. We have a tendency, those things that we think are really important, those are the things that we hang on to control of. And the truth is that the more important it is, the more vital it is, the less we should interfere with it. The less we should try to control it. The more we should allow who we are. Because when we do that, when we let go of who we're not, here's who I'm not, everybody. I'm going to tell you who I'm not. I am not Lydia. I am not a woman who's at a certain age. I am not a mother. I am not white. See, that's the content. It's not me, right? So I want to let go. And the more I let go of that content, the emptier I become. And the more I wake up from this dream of thought, see, the vast majority of us are walking around, and even those of us that are on the leading edge of thought, like you and I are, right? We're in the advanced class, we know that. But even you and I fall asleep to our thinking. We fall asleep to the content of our life. And the answer to everything is to let go of the content. And paradoxically, the more we let go of interference, of control, the more we realize our power. Because that's power. The more we let go of interfering in our own life, the more we experience our power. Now, I want to tell you too, it's not just interfering in our own life, it's interfering in everybody else's life. What is required for way, woo, way, doing, not doing, for aligning yourself with divine intelligence, for becoming a participant, for becoming one with the natural evolutionary impulse of the universe. I lost it. Look. I just emptied out. And that's the fear, right? I don't want to empty out because you guys are listening to me. You're listening to me. And I just let go of who I am. And now I don't know what I was talking about anymore. Isn't it terrible? No. It's better to be someone that knows what she's talking about. Can I absolutely know that that's true? That's better than this? The reason why I lost that thought is because way, woo, way, doing, not doing cannot be explained. Because anything I explain to you is the thought, and it can't be it. It can't be essence. Anything that I say to you about essence, about this way, woo, way is not it. It can, however, be realized and understood by becoming it. You know it when it's happening. You know when you're being done. You know, and I love this. One of my favorite games is I wonder what I'm going to say. Ooh, isn't that interesting that I just said that? It's one of my favorite games. Ooh, I wonder. Could you say this? Be really honest. Let's be honest with ourselves. I'm gonna ask B, because I haven't asked this actually. I'm gonna ask me, and I invite you to ask yourself. Bring to mind the people you don't want to be in office, whoever they are. Can you allow for that? Can you allow for it? It's a thought experiment. And notice this. Notice how we don't even want to allow it in our thought. Because whatever your answer was, it wasn't going to change right now. It wasn't going to happen because of your thought, but we don't even want to think it. Whatever you can't bring, whatever outcome you can't bring yourself to imagine in any situation, election, diagnosis, whatever it is, whatever outcome you just can't even let yourself be okay with or even think about, it is precisely that you are being invited to be okay with. Let me tell you what happened. Gosh, it was last year, and I told you guys as it was happening, there was a situation that was going on in my husband's life, and I didn't want it. It was happening, and I didn't want it, and I recognized, oh wait, right? Here's an obstacle. So what is this for? What's the obstacle for? It is so that I can experience the truth of who I am. It is here for my freedom, right? So I said, okay, Lydia, it's okay. It's here for your freedom. So go ahead and I would get quiet in my essence. And I would think, what should I do? And you know what would come to me? The picture of the outcome I didn't want. And I'd go, no. Control, Alt, delete, Control, Alt, delete, Control, Alt, delete. And I could feel that I had to be okay with that outcome. I had to literally get to the place within me where I said, if that's what happens, okay. Right? And I'll tell you, it wasn't easy. That thought of that outcome shouldn't happen, man, it was tenacious. I mean, and I was at war in my own mind. I was at war with myself, and I was tired. I was on the verge of anxiety all the time because this thought just didn't want to give up. And right? And I want you to understand that when I say the thought didn't want to give up, that's me. I'm the one over here, and I'm the thought that doesn't want to give up. Do you feel that? So I'm at war within myself over this. And here's what happened in that situation. An outcome not super desirable happened. An outcome not super desirable happened, but not the picture, not the horrible picture I had in my head. But by the time we got to the moment of, what should we call it? The redemption. It was the final hour. Things were about to go down. By the time we got there, I was okay with the outcome I didn't want. I was okay with the outcome I didn't want. And it didn't happen. Now, an outcome that I thought that on the surface of things looked really less than desirable happened. But can I tell you that it hasn't affected us in any way? It hasn't affected us. So that thing, the less desirable outcome, right, that happened, it didn't matter because it didn't do anything. It didn't do anything to my essence, to my power, because I didn't let it. I didn't give it to that thing. Can you feel that? I said, so here is it. It is you open yourself up to your essence, and then you trust your natural impulses. Who are you going to vote for? Here's my suggestion. I think you should say, I don't know. I think you should say, I don't know. Do you know do you know when we should know who we're going to vote for? When we're ticking the box on election day. Why? Because then we are not attached to our thought. I am not attached to being a Democrat or being a Republican or being for this person or being for that person. Can you feel it? And see, here's the thing. Moments like this, we can get really entrenched and rigid on what we know is right. And that is our ego. It is not us. Because our essence is not worried about it. Our essence knows that it is one with all things. And that at any moment, we can be guided. And that's what happens. It's just natural. You go, oh, isn't that interesting who I voted for? Isn't that something? Imagine this, everybody. I did a little thought experiment yesterday on my piece of paper. Imagine this. Imagine an election year where there were candidates and one stood up and said, this is why I feel inspired to run for this office, and here are the things that I think, and here is what I believe, and here is my plan. That's all they said. And then the other one stood up and said, here is why I'm inspired to run for office. Here are the things that I believe. And here is my plan. And we all sat while they did that, quiet, in stillness, just our presence, just our presence. What do you think the outcome of that election would be? Why do I need to yell at you what I think? Because I think I'm right and I want to convince you of it. Because I think I'm right and I want to feel superior to you. Can you feel that? That's ego, that's not us. So even if we are talking about the most moral of stances, right? It's back to feeding the children, right? People for people who feed the children. I'm for feeding the children. Does that mean that anyone is served by my yelling at how I believe we should feed the children? Everybody, we should feed the children. Who is that helping? Nobody. So what if we get quiet? I am not suggesting that you not go or cast your ballot and mail it in. Please, let's not get on that, everybody. Let's not have an issue with that. Just however it is you're going to vote, I am not suggesting you not vote. I am suggesting you have an intention to go and vote, and then you see on election day if you actually did it. How will I know I'm going to go vote? How will I know I'm casting a vote? Putting a mic, that's me putting on a stand. How will I know? When I'm doing it. Way, woo, way. The more we let go of our attachment to the thought of who we are, the more we open ourselves up to our essence, and then trust our natural response. The more we do that, the less and less we need to force things, the less and less we need to do. And we enter the dance. It's wonderful. I'm suggesting I do it. I wonder if I will. Yet to be seen. But it's my intention to. When you experience the energy of your essence, nothing else will do anymore. But our ego will say, oh, that energy of your essence, remember how great that felt? Here, try it. Try this. That'll make it happen. Try this. That'll make it happen. Try this. That'll make it happen. Guess what? You don't need anything to happen to experience it. Nothing. It's here. Watch. Let's do it. Breath. Just listening. Just here. Alert. You don't have to do anything for that. It's always here. So, I think we covered it. Let's take a moment to feel the energy of our essence. That's what prayer is. That's what prayer is. It is simply a falling away of who we are not. I invite you to close your eyes, relax your gaze, and just notice. Notice the weight of your body being supported by the chair. In this moment, we are experiencing waking up to the timeless dimension that lives within us. This is the kingdom of heaven. Breathe. Here. This is the answer to everything. in this moment. I affirm my intention to become aware of who I am and to trust my natural response. I am one with all that is. The nameless, timeless dimension. I am that. I am that. Take a breath. Thy will be done. And as you're ready, you can open your eyes. Oh, that was wonderful. And I forgot to turn the air on, Marilyn. Have you noticed?
Not really, it's comfortable right now.
Oh, good. All right. So let's do this part together, everybody. Listen, I looked up the Daily Word. And listen, it's not today's. But it is the same thing that today's is talking about because we're always talking about the same thing. And so I want to tell you, this one is actually from the Daily Word for this day was Tuesday, August 4th, but we're pretending it's today. So the Daily Word is calm, centered in spirit. I am calm and relaxed. A windstorm near a peaceful lake can roil the water, turning it cloudy as the sediment below is stirred up. After the storm, the surface settles and the water clears. Worry can be like a storm that roils my mind, and anxiety can keep me rooted in fear instead of grounding me in calm and trust. If my mind feels overwhelmed by swirling winds of thoughts and emotions, I remember my spiritual identity and become calm and relaxed. I repeat, peace, be still, and enter the sanctuary of my heart. Feelings of peace and calm pervade my inner world. Fears and worries dissipate, and my mind clears, leaving me open and prepared for whatever my life may bring. And the verse is Psalm 91, 1 through 2. You who live in the shelter of the Most High, that's our essence. That's when we're living in the shelter of our Most High, who abide in the shadow of the Almighty, will say to the Lord, my refuge and my fortress, my God, in whom I trust. That's what our heart sings out when we're in that place of essence. I trust you. Yeah. Okay, so that was today's Daily Word. Oh, and for those of you who don't know, this is Daily Word is a Unity Worldwide publication. You can get them at dailyword.com. Okay, so let's do our vision together. A world powerfully transformed through shared spiritual awakening. And our mission, advancing the movement of spiritual awakening and transformation through unity, a positive path for spiritual living. And our values, abundance, acceptance, community, diversity, integrity, joy, and love. And today, before we celebrate our children with our affirmation, I want to remind you that we have a Munching and Mindfulness happening at 11:15. At 11:15, Munching and Mindfulness today. And incidentally, if you aren't a member of our In the Walls community and are interested in your child attending a Munching and Mindfulness, just email us or contact us on Facebook, unity@unityofappleton.org, and we'll see about getting you set up. And we celebrate our children. Unity of Appleton sees the divinity in all children and nurtures their unfolding spirituality. And our moment of gratitude. So we recognize that gratitude is the energy of our essence. That is what that space is. And that we can be intentional in tapping into it. So I invite you to bring to mind a person, a situation, something for which you feel thankful. Now smile. Say to that person, that situation, thank you. Thank you. We've done it. We've tapped into the energy of our gratitude. And we do this intentionally before our celebration of giving and receiving, because this is that traditional time where we would pass the plate. So I am passing the plate metaphorically. And I want to say that this week we have something new on Facebook. In the comments, you should see a link to be able to give a gratitude offering. Anything that you feel inspired to give is wonderful. $5, nothing is too little. We are very, very grateful to have any kind of a gratitude offering from anyone. Also, just remember to mail in your checks. There's a check address there too, I think. And it tells you where to mail in your check. And there is a button over there on YouTube. Over there is YouTube. Sorry, everybody. You have no way of knowing that. There's a button there on our YouTube channel also. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for continuing to give and support us. We are grateful that we are thriving during this time. And so we'll do our affirmation of prosperity. Unity of Appleton is alive with the energy of spirit, in the flow of divine abundance, and radiant with unlimited possibilities. And our celebration of giving and receiving, divine love in and through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I joyfully give and willingly receive. I give in love and I trust God as my source. All right, prayer protection. Man, I talked a little bit longer today. So our chat will happen at 10:40. Join us at Unity of Appleton members only Facebook page. If you're not a member, you can still join us on YouTube. You just won't be able to chime in via chat. So I'll see you at 10:40. Let's do our prayer protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Okay, so I'll see you at 10:40, everybody. I'm stopping the Facebook feed. See you at 10:40. See you at 10:40, everybody. See you in just a minute. Oopie. See you in just a minute. Oops. I didn't end you. Hold on. It's going to happen. Did it end? Oh, my God.